So we're here, you know, it's Mudiwa, you know, I'm here with Tulani, I've got Unati, I've got
Ndumi,
we've got Pax, and we've got Nikita, and we're discussing blessers. And this is something that's it's taken over the country, it's taken over Rhodes, because I think in the last week, I can remember that there was a show on Arma that spoke about blesser levels on Monday last week. Tuesday, Checkpoint came out, ENCA, they brought out their blesser documentary. Wednesday it was online, people were going crazy about it. By Friday, we had a blesser anthem. Speaking of which, have you guys listened to the blesser anthem?
Yeah, I want to.
Huh?
I swear I want to.
I have.
Terrible song.
It really is terrible. And the whole hype, because I was like, okay, the whole hype, we had the cover for like the YouTube video, and I was like, okay, let me
check it out.
Oh shit. No, I'm sorry for my language.
Besides that, I feel the content of what he was saying, like, there's some, I feel we've gone, like, we at such a level that we're further than saying stuff like going to Prime to get some hoes. Like,
I felt that
was something I think,
Okay.
especially for Emma, who's someone that people have come to him and be like, dude, we don't like the way you address women. And for him to do that, I feel that's
problematic.
But stepping away from the song itself, do you not see that that song? That's why I said stepping away from the song. The general attitude around that, right? Do you not see that it's sort of representative that there's an attitude? You know, I'm gonna start with Julani and say, like, for you, when you think of the word blesser, what's the first thing that comes into your head?
I don't know. I would think a relation, I guess, between two different parties, with the outcome being, I guess, material in exchange for something else. I just haven't put word to what that something else could be. It could be sexual exchange or other things.
Okay. And have you ever blessed?
I've never blessed.
Have you been blessed?
I've been blessed.
Yeah. So you are for like blessings?
Yeah, I don't mind.
You don't mind?
I'm curious.
What is blessing like?
Yes.
Before I get, because I know that a lot of it, I won't lie, a lot of the attitudes that people have about blesser blessees is that it's about men blessing women and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm glad I've got 3 women, and I'm gonna allow you guys to speak just now. But before I get there, I need Pax to just say, do you think it's right? Okay, wait, maybe not do you think it's right, because that's a whole moral debate. But
True.
Do you support it?
No, I don't support it, because I'm gonna put this out there and say I'm from the DRC, and in the DRC, I don't know if you could say
from where you come from.
Yes. That's why I say this culture is quite big in the DRC, where you find young women being, let's say, attracted by all these materialistic things, because at the end of the day, there isn't really much of a way out for them. I don't agree with it, because I see it, instead of men doing that and basically perpetuating what is becoming an issue of patriarchy, I see it as them just making it worse, in a sense. Because let's say now this guy blesses this woman, and then they get to a stage where, let's say, something goes wrong and he hits her. Are we now gonna say that, hey, listen, you're a blessing, you're this, so let's just stay out of it? Or are we actually gonna say, hang on, it's actually wrong, and we should pull away?
No, but I feel like the whole, when you talk about hitting her, even a boyfriend, like you could have like a boyfriend who doesn't bless you, he can still abuse you. And the whole thing of like saying, okay, a blesser can give you HIV and shit, your boyfriend can give you HIV.
Your husband
can give you HIV. It's not about blessing.
No.
A guy can give you HIV.
I get where Pax is coming from.
Okay, I get
one of
where
those things.
yeah.
Like, from a I guess regulation point of view, it's one of those things like, if you're being blessed and there's abuse in the blessing relationship, there's a very little recourse for you, because, fine, I won't say there's no recourse, but it's very hard to then go and try seek sympathy from someone, because the general public will say, but
why is it hard?
No, it's a problem. It's a problem, but I'm just saying that's the reality he's talking about.
Okay.
So that, I think that says something about society and
Yeah.
not the inherent
It is,
nature
yeah.
of blesser relation.
It's true. Like it's a big power struggle. So moving on to the ladies. We can already see that you guys.
We're ready for it. We're ready.
Do you guys think that how much power does a blesser actually have? If let's say someone is sponsoring your whole life. I remember a few years ago, Tierra Marie actually sang a song called Sponsor. Because she was talking about, she did it with Soulja Boy. I found myself a sponsor, Aston Martin, a mansion, shopping, in Hollywood, all that stuff. Does that give a man power over you?
It kind of does.
I would say
he has that sense of control over you because you be like a weakling, like you kind of like inferior and he's like superior. I'm buying you stuff, so you really have to obey what I say to you. If I want to see you now, you have to be quick and be like, okay, my blesser wants to see me now. There is that type of relationship that is kind of superior over you because he's blessing you. He's the one buying stuff for you.
I was gonna say, like, it also depends on like how much you like things. If the person is just blessing you for electricity at your digs, or like that's not like higher level stuff. I mean, literally you can just let the phone ring for like 500, like
guy.
But but if somebody is like, I bought you a car, now that's more pressure on the person that got the thing,
because your parents can't really get you that car. So it's like, okay, another guy.
It's about the pressure that you feel knowing that somebody went to a certain extent to do something for me, maybe something that I can't do for myself, or maybe something you just don't want to do for yourself. Like you don't want to buy your own drinks at time. Like that's cool. Like you don't want to waste your money on drinks.
I'm gonna bring in Nikita here and just say, in terms of the power, in terms of the power dynamics.
I think the whole bless and blessy thing is that you're actually giving someone power over your body, because now you're basically up for sale. There's certain, as you said, there's different levels, and the fact that there's different levels means your price is
higher.
So now
it varies.
Electricity won't get me to move, but a BMW will. So I think the fact that you're giving someone your price, like you setting a price tag, is definitely, because now actually it's not even one person can buy you. Anyone who has access to that type of wealth can secure your body.
Okay. I mean, before you carry on, I just want to say, in the documentary, one of the blessers was speaking, and he said that what I found problematic, he said, when she's next to me, I want her to look expensive. You see, for me, that's already problematic, because we're trying, I say again, as a society, we're trying to get away from that. Just the other day, it was said that men need to change the way we chat, the way we see things. And then you get here and he says, well, he's basically objectifying me in my eyes, saying that if she's not looking expensive, she mustn't be, and therefore I'm not going to bless. So then I say again, why do you say that it's not a power thing, or abuse and this is two separate entities, when already there is some form of abuse?
Okay. Can I just say, like, on what you're saying, I'm going to say from my viewpoint, let's say we're all going to like some hot hotel in Santon or something, and I'm out here wearing my sandals from Mr. Price and my t-shirt from Jet. And people are out here in Versace and Gucci. I'm going to be embarrassed. So I need to look expensive if I'm going to be in that area.
A guy like a blesser is going to see a girl, okay, she's wearing like Mr. Price, let me use her because she doesn't have like those type of stuff. So he has that power. It's even better for me. It's even a more challenge, not a challenge, but it's even like better. Because she doesn't have like background, she doesn't have all that expensive Gucci and everything. So I'm gonna make her look better. So I've got more power over her. I'm gonna upgrade
what I think you guys are also now saying is that there's exploitation.
There is exploitation,
and that's the issue I want.
As long as you say it.
But actually, that's actually somewhere I was gonna go. Because I wanted to flip it now. Because if we're talking about power dynamics, what happens where? Again, we're using the stereotypical example where a rich guy blesses girl, right? Girl identifies rich guy, sees that, no, this guy's a bit dweeby, a bit dorky or whatever, and goes and starts using right, the guy to achieve whatever material things she wants to get, do you not think that in that case the power dynamics are different? It's no longer an issue where the man is in charge of anything, because the girl will make the guy feel
as if he's got a nice
power. And I think that's what makes this whole phenomenon like so.
It is kind of like a situation.
Yeah, because there's when the woman or the blessee has the power completely, and then there's when the blesser has the power. And I think that's why it's such a debate, is that there's really situations where everyone's argument kind of falls apart.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's quite easy.
But you know, we are running out of time.
Really?
Yes, we are. We are running out of time, but I do have, you know, 3 more questions very quickly before we end off. 1, would you bless?
Who, me?
Yes.
Hell to the no.
No. Hell
no.
I work for it. I don't know.
Hell to the no.
I don't know if I'm a person, like, no.
I'm gonna ask you, Tulani, would you bless? Because you said you are okay.
Okay, like not even levels to this thing, right? So I've been blessed like level 1 or 2, right?
Okay.
Like, I think, would I bless?
Because it seems everyone is okay with receiving, but no one wants to give.
But then it depends on the person, right? So if the person wants to give,
if he's willing,
they're willing to give,
right? And you're like, okay, I'm gonna.
And it depends also what you want from like MPU at that certain age or whatever, right? Me now, as at that age, I want something different to someone who wants to be a bachelor or whatnot and wants to throw away his money. Right?
And I think for me, like, if you're saying that, let's say we're somewhere and you're short of 20, and I can help. I'm not gonna bless you.
I'm gonna help you.
It's not 20.
I'll take you out for like kids at the rat for like a 200, just you and me.
Yeah, but just that
thing. Not 1,000. No, not pushing that far.
Okay. And then the second question I was gonna ask is it possible for people to be blessers or blessees in relationships? Marriage.
Yeah, good.
Marriage is a tough one. But in a relationship, an actual relationship where people are planning their lives around each other.
Yeah.
Nikita's Bay, you know, let's see our calendars. Like, is it possible?
It is.
Yeah. Definitely possible.
Like your husband could take you to like Dubai, like let me spoil you, let's go shopping.
But is he your blesser or is he providing as a man?
Because the problem that I, sorry to cut you off, but the problem that I have in that regard is that when we watch the documentaries and you go on the internet and you research what they're saying a blesser is, it's nowhere near the connotation that you guys are attaching to it, saying that no, a husband in a relationship or a boyfriend in a relationship can bless. They are literally saying that a blesser is an old man who wants, let's say, company of a young particular
that's their
female.
opinion though.
But that's what
they see it.
Okay, here's another example then, if you say that's the way they see it. If you look at the documentary doesn't say that any of those people are in a relationship. Okay? No. They're all out there saying that, nah, listen, this guy now and then when he wants to do something, sure, he can bless me and then I'll see what happens after that. But there's no emotions or any feelings attached to it as in a relationship would be. I don't know if you guys are capturing what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but I think in a marriage is something different. But then also in terms of reference, like in terms of a relationship, right? You can have a relationship where like there's not feelings to that extent, right? It's a matter of just
I care about
you. I care. You also give me Dubai. I give you.
I care.
And that's the reason I'm asking, because I heard this argument last week. Someone was like, the reason why blessers are flourishing is because, again, we're using our stereotypical examples that women want a man who can provide, right? So if a man can provide, surely, you know, he should be doing that. And in the context of marriage specifically, men are expected to provide. So if you're providing, if you're fulfilling your role, are you?
But if you're blessing, you shouldn't be wanting anything in return.
But I think there's two types of situations that I think we sometimes get confused with blessings. There's a difference between people who don't date broke people and people who want to be blessed. I would identify myself as someone who wouldn't date someone who's broke, because no, let me tell you why. I'm 22. I have my own business. Like I work for my money. So I could never like that. When you're talking about you're going to Pick and Pay, this person doesn't have grocery money. Now I have to. No, I wouldn't date. Like if you're broke, I wouldn't date you. But I would not be in a blesser relationship. You see, I feel like there's a difference. So when they say want to provide, yes, I understand that, because at the end of the day, if you're in this relationship, you want some sort of
and I think support. Like on top of that, I remember it was a couple of days after this whole Blessedly thing came out, I was listening to a couple of songs by Destiny's Child and TLC, and I actually realized from a young age, you are told that you do not deserve the passenger, you need the driver. You don't need no stress in your life. Like, get the driver. Can you pay my telephone bill? So I feel like let's not put a lot of pressure on people, because after all, even in like the whole system that you have in your home, if let's say I wanted something from at home, let's say I asked my mom, okay mom, I want a new phone. Mom was like, hey, go ask your dad. That's where I will get whatever I need from my dad, who is a male, because he's in charge of the finances.
Like the male should always provide.
Yes. So now I see no problem when the man is providing.
Culture, something we grew up knowing.
The man is providing.
You guys should provide for you.
I think also like what I genuinely just find problematic, especially on the SRC with the pros, that guy, right, is that the onus is placed on women to kind of feel bad for being blessed, right? When it's consensual, like relations, like so the man
and how he was comparing it to rape. You shouldn't even compare the two.
Actually,
like that's another issue. You just getting deep. You're gonna actually debating. Don't even get with me.
Nah. But on a sort of an ending or parting note, you know, for this, you think they have to end. Pearl Tusi came out the other day.
Oh my gosh, she's so controversial.
Pearl Tusi came out the other day and had a whole Twitter rant against blessers. And she called the blessers of the country men that have no confidence in their life, men that are, you know, playing on girls and their emotions, you know, all that stuff, right? So sort of like an anti-blesser, you know, type of movement.
That one must not speak, because she was on the front cover, you trust condoms. So can she just relax?
She was promoting safe sex.
No, and she was dating she calm down. Because Pearl Tusi was dating a very old man.
Yeah.
She got pregnant.
No, she must
not. She's got her wife right. That was like, girl.
Wait, let's come back. Let's come back. We're not here debating Pearl Tusi. We're here talking about the anti-blesser movement. Do you think those people have something to actually stand on? Because blesser craze has taken over the country, right? And the anti-blessers are saying no to blessers. Are they going to succeed?
Hell no. How are you going to stop people from liking things?
Exactly.
You can't. When you like things, you like things.
But I see there's a point that they make that I agree with, is that it's kind of making people, men and women who receive blessings, lazy. Because now, all you need, let's say you have your degree and it's hard to get a job, instead of maybe pursuing it every day or whatever, all you gotta do sometimes is go to an ANC convention and it goes in.
But that's someone's hustle, you understand? And genuinely, that's someone's hustle. And the society, it's unequal, right? And women, black women particularly, are at the bottom of I guess the hierarchy, right? And so if it's someone's hustle and it's the way of getting up
climbing the ladder,
it's their hustle.
But that kind of life is not sustainable. So you will go to an ANC convention, but that money you get is not gonna take you, it's not gonna change your life for the next 10 years. You will be back at the bottom.
It depends on how you use it.
But now you have to be strategic about it.
Not everyone,
you can't just get
not everyone is strategic.
You must get blessed and move your way up.
You can't take this. Okay, cool. Would you have to end off? Okay. speak, but I want everyone, you know, we're just gonna go around.
Yes.
Right. And we're gonna alternate. We're gonna start from there and then we're gonna go around like this.
Okay, cool.
Right. And as you're saying your final thoughts, right? That final thought, I want each person to give a piece of advice to a blesser, a blessee, a blesser, a blessee, a blesser, a blessee. Cool, let's do this.
Okay, I was just gonna say quickly, there's a distinction between, like, I get his point, right? But then society is patriarchal in any case, right? So men objectify women, whether they're in marriages, whether they're in relationships, whether they're in blessee and blesser relationships, right? And I think there's nothing inherently wrong with a blesser and wanting to be blessed, right? My advice to blessers would be to just pour out that money.
Yes!
Yeah.
My advice to a place is to condomize, girl. Like, please condomize, like, be safe. Be safe.
My advice to all the blessers out there, guys, stay safe. If you're gonna bless them in moderation.
I know.
Like, when I say in moderation, I'm not talking about the amount of blessings to one person. I'm talking about the number of blessings.
But if he has enough to bless everyone,
come on, throw the paper though.
I'll tell you what one of my friends used to say. Expensive men come with expensive diseases.
Yo,
Yeah, that's what she used to say.
That's what I'm like.
condomize. Even she said condomize. It's okay.
My advice to a blessee is what comes very easily is normally a curse. So beware.
Yeah.
I got that from the Bible, by the way. It was in Romans. Yeah.
My advice to blessers is stop, James. Stop, because here's the thing. I understand that when you're blessing, and in most cases you are taking, let's say you're taking someone out of poverty. In most cases, you're helping a family out, because I'd like to believe that not everyone or a blessee would not enjoy her money on her own. I'm sure there's family members that are whether aware or not aware, but they all benefit. So I say, if you want to help, do something constructive, yo. Teach young men to stop pushing this patriarchy that society has. Don't come there and bless, because if you blessing as a young man, and I am a young man, or as an old man, and I'm a young man advancing, I'm thinking, yo, I need to make my paper so that I can date that woman. That's a problem for me. You're associating power with wealth, and then you're saying, listen, you can get any woman that you want, a trophy wife. So blessers, do the right thing, yo, and reflect it. Just reflect.
That sounded like speech, like
motivational speech. Okay, my advice to blessees. Yeah, I'd also agree with the thing about being safe, but on top of that, I feel like people shouldn't feel like they're being judged by other people, especially people that are at a lower level. Like, just don't feel like you're being judged and people are trying to put you down and stuff like that. So if you are doing something because you want to do it, don't let there be like external influences that are pushing you to do something. Do something because you want to do it. And if you decide to take it to the next level where you maybe entertain sexual advances, let that be your decision. And if it is your decision, you do it wisely. Just must be your choice.
So if you're here, don't listen.
Yeah, and then you know, the lion doesn't lose sleep over the thoughts of sheep. No. No.
Bars. So yes, that was us, discussing blessers. I think it's a discussion that everyone needs to continue having. Honestly speaking, it's not anything new. This is sort of the latest flavor of something that's been going on, for centuries. So we're gonna see, but big shout out, thank you for watching.
Yeah.